What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Wrestling Pit Podcast here on YouTube.com. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, we got the crew here today. We got Shane, we got Little Big Man, and we got Jeff as well. So today's topic is about the Monday Night Raw review from yesterday. And we had to get all our thoughts together, and so we're here presented to give our thoughts over the show, over what happened and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Little Big Man to do the opening part of the show.
All right. So, of course, we got the little recap for Elimination Chamber. And then we got, I think they showed they showed Becky and Drew arriving early. But the first segment of the night is Rhea Ripley. She comes out. She comes out basically doing her regular promo, telling her mommy's on top and celebrating her victory, uh, you know, at the Elimination Chamber. Becky will come out. I should have mentioned that Dominic Mysterio was there and he introduced her to some nuclear heat. And I'm like, this dude's always got the heat. But yeah, Becky would then come out and congratulate her on her victory. She would tell her that she's glad that she got that victory in her home country in front of her families right there in the crowd. Uh, and that she glad because then they don't have to travel all the way to Philly to watch her lose. And that and then from there, and long story short, she basically says that she's going to win. Rhea said that she's going to win. Um, then Nia Jax, as Rhea and Don will make their exit, Nia Jax will come out, beat the hell out of Becky, leave her land, and pretty much this will be the first. This wouldn't be the last time we see Nia, but she stands tall to end this promo segment. So, what y'all think about that?
All right, we're gonna pick Shane.
Yeah, it's Shane.
Yeah. um. Uh, uh, Toodles. That's right, Toodles. I mean, it was basically how Raw would begin. Open the segment. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio, man. He is doing this thing. He's playing his part, boy. He's getting a lot. He's getting a lot of heat. Um, I uh, I'm I don't know how I don't know how to really say it. Like I'm kind of hyped for the match, but I hope they need some type of build up to it, and whatever the case may be. I know they've been kind of teasing it for the past year. Um, but that segment, that promo Becky cut, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Rhea said what she said. Basically, Nia Jax. That. That was just a regular Raw opening.
You feel like
Right.
it was a good Raw opening, or they could have did something different?
I mean, I don't think you can get nothing different than that. You know what I mean? If you start off with a match, then then go into a promo. But that was like most of Monday Night Raw. Basically, was mostly promos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. I guess I was just getting at did it set the tone for the night in a way?
Yeah. Nah, nah. I didn't feel no fire in the promo. I didn't feel no. I didn't feel it yet. You know what I mean? Maybe with the live thing, we'll get to that later. But
Right.
I'm. It wasn't like yay. You know what I mean? It was more like
Right.
okay. It was just there. So.
Jeff.
I gotta agree with Shane. Like it wasn't really no fire behind it. or anything. I think it's just like, just them talking, just trying to fill fill some spot a spot. And I think that at the end of the day, I think Nia Jax gonna enter herself into the match at WrestleMania, and it'll be, triple threat. Maybe this might be not Nia's time to get the title from Rhea. Who knows?
I'm gonna actually say my thoughts on that matter when we get to Liv versus Nia. But Chris.
Well, I mean, it was something like it was just something generic, just something a typical old promo. And you can already tell on Rhea face like she wasn't even wanting to even talk to Becky Lynch at all. She didn't even really want to do the promo. Like she was like, man, she was like, I'm just say this, you say this, I'm gonna just say this, and then she would like I said, Rhea was ready to go. And I agree with Shane. Shouts out to Dominic because I've never heard nobody get booed like that in a long time, and for him to get all the heat like he's getting, I mean, it is just amazing. But like I said, they could have did at least like some kind of match or something, to open up Raw, instead of like a backstage brawl or something like that, and then jump into some kind of other match. But it was okay. But I'm gonna have to wait to another maybe 2 weeks for them to try to stir it up. Who knows? Start cooking it up a little bit more.
Got you. All right. For me, it was all right. It was decent. I mean, they could have made it more live. It felt Becky Lynch did put some fire behind her promo, even though it was kind of weird. She said a lot without saying something, and then she threw the mic. I know Shane said it was like, would she even throw the mic for it? Like she really didn't say anything like that. But it was just I felt like it was just a lack of emotion and response from Rhea, and I was just like, all right, it's there. I guess they starting to set up. But we move on to the first match of the night, which is Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match for me it was a pretty good solid first match of the night. It got the time it needed. It didn't really need to go over the time it had, and it got the time it needed. And Sammy got the victory here. And I don't know where they go with it. Well, I do know where they going with it because they kind of sort of teased it, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But the match itself was solid. The match itself was solid. Shinsuke didn't look bad. Sammy didn't look bad. And then I want to say, well, Sami Zayn got the victory. And then afterwards, he did do a backstage promo where he was talking about where he was going from there, and then he would get interrupted by Imperium. Uh, what do you guys think about that first match of the night? Chris, since we with you.
All right, so that match with Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura, it pretty much kind of built it's forward to build Sami Zayn back up to, some kind of ways, start winning matches on Raw and try to put him in some kind of title picture. But there was a part where I want to talk about Sami Zayn a little bit more, but I'm just gonna have to save it, until we get to another promo. So
Okay.
but then
And I
again, I
think
would
I
say,
know what promo you're talking about too. But go ahead.
yeah, but like I said, the match, it was pretty good. At least they were trying to, get Sami Zayn back there, of where he wants to be, and not just be losing matches like he was when the last match he had was like what against McIntyre, I believe, and lost.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was an okay match though. Nothing too big, nothing too shocking or anything like that. So we knew it was gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff.
All right, that match. Oh my God, that match was pretty cool. Like we, we all knew, you know, they were trying to build up Sami Zayn. They, and everything. So I would say maybe. uh, have them. I might have. Hmm. What do I want to say? Oh, have them feud and put them in a WrestleMania match, maybe. I
You
probably would.
talking
Huh?
you talking about Sasuke and Sammy?
Hmm. Hey,
Nah,
That's
nah.
you don't think so?
an interesting take. I will say that. I would
Hey,
prefer it, but that's an interesting take.
why you say? Oh,
No, go
why you
ahead.
say that?
Go ahead.
No, no. Wait. No, why you say that?
I mean, because that Sammy's story doesn't lead to him having a match with Sasuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. It's kind of like he's going somewhere towards a title. And as we see what happened later on in the show, we're gonna get to that in a moment. But as we see later on in the show, it kind of leads to that. So I don't think Shinsuke and Sammy at WrestleMania is what they was going with. I think this was mostly just a springboard Sammy towards a WrestleMania match. But Shane, go ahead and tell us what you think.
I mean, the match was solid. Uh, I really, God damn it, I really wanted Sammy to lose. Um, I
That's
think
why I let
Nakamura.
you go last on this because you had more of the thought process about it.
I wanted Sammy to lose, and I'll get to the reasons why later on. But also, I wanted Nakamura to get more wins because if they're gonna build Nakamura to this heel and everything like that, I mean, he done lost. Besides that one he got, the one he got last week, I think it was. He done lost like several other matches before that. So it's like you just had Nakamura win for him to lose, and I want to get behind Nakamura as a heel, but I can't if they gonna just keep giving him these unnecessary L's.
Yeah,
But
because he's better as a heel than he is a face, especially the character that they done gave him now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but here's the thing: you can't get behind the character if he keep taking L's, like unnecessary L's. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like he got to start winning, and that right there, it was a typical WWE booking. If he wins last week, he wins this week. You know what I mean? Like, ah. But the
right.
match overall, though, I mean, it's two of the two of the best in the business. So I mean, he was going to get a solid match regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And I just felt they wanted just to put Sami Zayn over with that one, but for Nakamura, don't just give up on him now. I mean, at least, give him somebody to feud with, for, a little while and to keep that character going.
But
Yeah,
he
that's
had
how.
people. But he
Go.
had people to feud with Seth Rollins for the world
Cody,
title, Cody,
yeah.
and you know what I'm saying? These was L's for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They had the whole Nakamura with the Royal Rumble story. I'm like, maybe they might go somewhere with it. Nah, and like I just I can't get behind Nakamura as a heel because he's gonna lose. You know what I mean? If you was a sports bet on Nakamura winning the match, your chances is like 90
Yeah.
to you
And
know what I mean?
and everybody Nakamura has faced. I mean, they've been elevated, been, just I don't know. But
I mean, if you want people to get behind Nakamura as a heel, you gotta let him win some matches and even some feuds. And I don't know, maybe he could have. I say he could have took the L with Seth Rollins because okay, you didn't want to put him in the championship pitch or the championship on him, but
Yeah.
he might have could have took the W in that feud with Cody. He looked it better in the feud with Cody, but one of them feuds he should have had one, but
Right.
that's a topic.
At least the second one.
That's the topic for a different video. Cause cause we could go all day about Nakamura,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's several booking choices, both now and Vince. But so we get to the second match of the night. But before they did that, Cody Rhodes did do a promo about Grayson Waller and basically saying why he chose to face Grayson Waller or why the match was happening. But then we'll get to the second match, which is Chelsea Green versus Raquel Rodriguez. This was just a simple,
Yeah. Get that out of there.
gimmicky match, and
Yeah.
I will say it was entertaining for the most part. Because Chelsea played her role. She played her role. She came out there, cut a promo saying that she should have won the last chance battle royal. It wasn't for Adam Pearce surprise entrant. She was talking trash about Raquel, said she was gonna beat her ass, and then Raquel would come out. She tried to draw sand in the fictional line, a line in the fictional sand. I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
Raquel was like, "Oh, okay, you drew the line right there, step," and she was like, "Nope, this second line, you cross that, we got a problem." Step, smack. Then from there, she just got dominated. And that was it. That was a Chahana Bond later in about 5 or 6 minutes, and Raquel was your victor here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really much to say. This was just a quick.
No, I mean, I do have something to say about that. So with Chelsea Green, I mean, she probably had, she probably good in the ring, but
Oh, she's good. She can wrestle.
what
They
happened
just
to us, man?
Nah, go ahead. I'm my fault. I'm watching NXT and listening at the same time. Go ahead.
okay.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Dang.
uh,
Shoot.
but yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Chris. Since I'll just let you have the floor for this first.
Yeah, I was saying with Chelsea Green, I just need to see. I don't know what you would call her character that she got right now. Shane, what's the word that you would call her character that WWE is have
She
her
a
play?
heel
Chelsea
R Truth.
Green.
She a heel R Truth.
Yeah. So
Female heel R Truth.
so I
Except
feel like
she's a little bit more serious than R Truth.
yeah, true. So now I feel like they can try to boost her up, a little bit, let her at least get a couple wins off
No,
of
it's coming. I feel like it's coming. It's
yeah,
coming.
off off of somebody we haven't let her work in the ring with Natalia maybe or somebody.
She
Uh
did. She did have a feud with Natalia.
oh yeah,
Remember?
that's right. That's right. I sure do remember that now.
That's why I started to notice her in ring skills and stuff because she worked with Natalia. Natalia made it look good.
Yeah. So I feel like if they just work with her a little bit, she'll, eventually she'll get back up there. So I give it to after WrestleMania and we'll see. Maybe repackage her or something like that. Give her I don't know. I mean, you can't make her face though.
No, no, I want to make her face. Not yet, anyway.
Whoa, Sean
No.
Spears back.
She might be a.
Whoa,
I get this.
Sean Spears is back in NXT.
Uh, you said what?
Sean Spears is back in NXT.
Uh,
We'll get to
Uh,
that. We'll get to
Oh
that.
yeah.
yeah, we'll get
we'll
to
get
that.
to
I'm
that. We'll get
sorry.
to that, Chris. We'll get to
I'm
Yeah.
that.
sorry.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I think that match was cool. Chelsea Chelsea Green is actually a good wrestler to me. Like from her NXT days coming to the main roster, I think she improved a whole lot. But like y'all said something about maybe making her face. No, I wouldn't make her face. Not quite yet. Um, the gimmick she's rolling with now is great. Just the way it is. I don't think they need to change anything. Um, but I think they should maybe I don't know. I don't know what they should do
Make
to
her
make
let her
her
win matches. Maybe that's a start.
yeah yeah make her win matches and maybe you know I don't know who she would really feud with to to make her win matches, but WWE
Mm.
would find a way.
Mm. Shane.
Justice for Chelsea. That's all I got to say. Oh, nah. Um, I think our first feud should be with Raquel Rodriguez. You already got the story. Um, you already got something going on there. Uh, and Chelsea Green could get a win over Raquel Rodriguez. It could be like the underdog. You can get the underdog storyline. Um, but I mean, for the match itself, Chelsea. I mean, Raquel Rodriguez looked as strong as she's supposed to.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green played the part and made her look good and made her look strong as she's supposed to. I mean, it wasn't nothing really exciting there. Telling her face, no, please don't. I like her as a heel. And if she's the R Truth for the women's division, like I was saying with R Truth, if we can get that serious side, like with R Truth for the Miz, if we can get that same serious side with Chelsea, you might actually got something good with Chelsea and Rodriguez going
Hmm.
forward.
I feel like it'll start heating up a little bit more. Maybe next week or the week after on Raw.
Uh-huh. All
Yeah.
right. So now this is the promo I'm thinking that Chris was referring to, but we move
Yes.
on to Gunther. This is what I meant by earlier where Sami Zayn was having a backstage promo and Imperium would interrupt his promo and then Ludwig and Giovanni would just like smirk at him and then Gunther would come in the frame, smirk at him, and then we transition to this promo where Gunther would basically come out and run down his list of challengers. He says that he's heard the whispers from the WWE universe that they want to see him go up against Chad Gable. He said the Miz.
I need
He
you to hush.
even he mentioned R-Truth, and it was somebody else that he mentioned. I can't as they names slipped my mind, but he mentioned like 4 different people. He mentioned R-Truth, Chad Gable, The Miz,
And Sami Zayn.
and Sami Zayn,
Hmm.
other person. And he basically would then get interrupted by Judgment Day. And Judgment Day would come out and tell him, well, via Damian Priest, that he's been on an impressive run, second to their run, and that for them to take full control of Monday Night Raw, they need his title. And he basically from there said, who's going to take it? Who's going to do it? And this is the part I wanted to really touch about Gunther and his potential challengers, is because it looked like they were setting up Damian Priest. But what they did later on the night confirmed who they really were setting it up for. And they did kind of do it here too. But he was like, "Who is it going to be? Is it going to be you?" He it was talking about Finn Balor. He says it's going to be Finn Balor. It's going to be the big head over there, JD McDonough, and then Dominic Mysterio would get in his face. And it looked like they set it. That's what they were setting up. He got the nuclear. He tried to say something.
Yes.
That's always. But he basically is like he said that what Judgment Day is going to do something, poking his title. They're going to take it, and he will push Dominic Mysterio. This will get was it Damian Priest all hot and bothered, getting ready to fight him, and that's why it looked like it was setting up Damian Priest because he looked like they was about to fight, that could be them, but then later on, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I think this was after everything, but they did get to who they really wanted it. So, what do y'all guys think about that promo?
Uh,
Uh, yeah,
I think that promo was pretty good. I think either member of the Judgment Day would be good. Well, I take that back. No, no. I think that Damian Priest would be good to face. Would be good to face Gunther
Oh man.
in a
well, they're
way
not
because
setting up Damian. They're not setting up Damian Priest to face Gunther.
because for one, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win that title. He's not gonna win the heavyweight title or the universal title from
No,
either one of them. Either one of them
I
two.
would agree, but his chances are good for the heavyweight. If we're gonna weigh his chances of winning, his chances of being a champion is great with the heavyweight over the
But but
WWE.
you but you know if Drew wins, he's not gonna take that title from Drew.
Kind of, because they do got history. They do got history. But
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna
Cause
let you
what
go ahead and finish what you was gonna say about it.
But yeah, I think Damian Priest, if he does go after him, I don't see him winning, but it's hey, you never know. It's a possibility that he could take the title from Gunther. But we all know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Chad Gable anyway. I got a feeling they're gonna keep the
it
ball
damn well
rolling with
better be
him.
Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So with the promo, I didn't expect Judgment Day to come out, but then again, I was like, hey, it's a pretty cool segment. And so now, and so now, with that being said, yeah, Damian Priest does not have a chance at all. Like he doesn't have a chance against trying to cash in or even attempt to cash in on Gunther, because Gunther ain't gonna do nothing but just hold him up and then just send him back just holding those tag titles. I mean, that's it. But but yeah, like I said, it damn well better be Chad Gable to face Gunther at Mania. But we'll see in the coming weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, I have a couple. First of all, shout outs to Gunther because he made the IC title very irrelevant. I ain't see the IC title this irrelevant in quite some time.
That's why
So
he's one of my favorites for real.
so he doing his part there. Um, I still feel like, and I don't care what anybody say. I still feel like they are trying to set up for Gunther versus Damian Priest.
Mm.
But with Dominic stepping up, which I think that was a good thing for Dom Dom. Um, it shows that WWE is really getting behind Dominic Mysterio as being the contender, as being the main eventer, because Gunther's going to be a main eventer regardless. So um, Dominic stepping up was awesome. Uh, the promo for Gunther was solid as as any other promo he does. Um, I was a little confused when Judgment Day did came out, but I mean, if we're gonna get that Dominic and Gunther and Sammy and my other guy, which that was lead on in the show, but my man Chad Gable. If we get a fatal four way at the Mania, I'm with that. I'm totally with that, and especially if they cooking up, if they're gonna cook up like this, yeah, I'm with that. I'm with all of
Yeah.
that.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
5-star match for real. I'll tell you that.
I'm with that. Especially with Dominic being in the match and taking the heat. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that all.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with it.
All right. I got on that Dominic stuff, guys. We're gonna get to that in a minute because it ties into this next match and Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the next match, since Imperium and Gunther was already out in the ring, we go right into the third match of the night, which is the New Day versus Imperium of Ludwig Kaiser Giovanni in a street fight match. Now, me, best match of the night. Best match by
Yes.
the night by far. I don't think no other match was better than this. And one thing, and for those you guys who don't know, this was basically like a street fight, but it was also a tornado tag because it was
Mm,
it for those old school who know what a tornado tag is, they fought in tornado tag like me
Hmm.
because since it was a street fight, they had no choice. So it was like
Right.
it really was a tornado tag street fight. And and they lived up to the street fight for I mean, we got 2 chair spots. I mean, we got 2 table spots, chair spots, candlestick spots, fighting in the crowd. We didn't get the backstage fight, but we almost got it at that beginning part of the match.
mm-hmm.
But it really didn't hurt. It didn't hurt that we didn't have it, but it was still nonetheless a street fight. And
Right.
that's how you do a street fight match, especially in a tag team setting. That's how you do it. It was chaos everywhere, broken bodies, people was bleeding, especially Ludwig and Giovanni. Uh, yeah, this was the best match of the night for me. But due to some upper hand, due to Imperium getting the upper hand, they will win the match. So now I hand it off to Shane. What do you got? What do you think about that match and how it went? And don't worry, I'm going to get to what happened afterwards after this. After I give
Great.
y'all.
Nah. The match was dope. I mean, New Day looked as serious. Thank God. Imperium looked like the excellent tag team that they are. Man, we got chair spots, like you said, Kindle spots. It was table to tape. That table spot was amazing. Um, and Imperium when they back was bleeding, it looked like it was bleeding a little
That
heavy
was
too.
that was from that first. That was when they put Giovanni through there. I
Through
don't
the
know.
table, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ludwig got cut open in the back from the Kendall shots. I
Yeah.
I
That
believe that's how that went.
Mm-hmm.
that looked a little ooh. But as you should expect in a street fight, you know what I mean?
Right.
Imperium picking up the win. I didn't expect that coming, but hey, shout outs to them. You know what I mean? And New Day putting them over is always a good thing for the business. So
Yeah.
overall, I mean that was the best match of the night. So
Jeff.
Ah, that match was real good. Like I would say, those are the 2 best tag teams in the company right now. Like on the main roster. Like any match with New Day, it's gonna be a great match, regardless. As long as they book them right, then it's gonna be a good match. And some people say, "Oh, Big E was the one who, brought up the group," but hey, look what they're doing now without Big E. They doing pretty good. Like they don't really need Big E if he does come back, but that's a whole nother story for another day. But
Oh yeah,
anyway,
that's a whole nother video. I can make a whole video about how they get big New Day. But go ahead.
but all in all, they were putting each other through that table. That was nice. That blood, we ain't seen none of that in a long time. Like that's that's the kind of wrestling I want to see. The blood and all that stuff. But Vince McMahon didn't want that to happen because he got little kids watching and all that stuff.
I don't think he wanted it to be intentional like they used to do. I mean,
Mm.
if it accidentally happened, there's nothing you can do about it. But
Right. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think they back then they used to blade, so I don't think he wanted them to blade it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So 5-star match. I already seen it coming, especially when it was it was, a street fight, of course. And just that, who was that got popped in the head with the chair? Was it Xavier or was it Kofi?
That was
Remember Giovanni was sitting right there on the ring apron, and one of them looked down and try to grab
Oh, Kofi
Giovanni.
threw it into
that was
Giovanni.
yeah.
Okay,
Kofi
so
did it to
Kofi
Giovanni.
threw the chair into Giovanni.
okay, that's what happened. That right there, I was like, oh shit. And then so after then, when he went over there in the corner, got thrown into the next chair, I was like, geez. I was like, it looked like they're gonna pick up the victory here, but New Day being a multi-time tag team champions, I have to give, props to where it's due with them, keep on working with Liquid Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. I mean, it is a great thing for those two superstars to be built up and, solidify themselves one day to be either if they keep it as undisputed or whether they do Raw and SmackDown again. I'm just hoping sooner or later that Giovanni Vinci and Liquid Kaiser, hopefully they'll become tag team champions.
Okay.
I don't know what other team right now that I can think of that are, a tag team that we got DIY. I mean, you got them, but other than that, oh yeah, well, and the Creed brothers, they're ready, but they're not ready. But like I said, I can see Liquid Kaiser them, they're getting their way up there and trying to fight for it. But like I said, 5-star match and congratulations to Imperium.
All right. So before we leave, there's one more thing we got to talk about. So after the match, both Dom and Chad Gable had promos. So Chad was out first. Chad would go to Alan Pierce's office and he would go basically ask Alan Pierce to be considered for as a opponent for Gunther. Because for everybody else, it's about the title. But for him, it's a personal matter. Because for Chad, it's about Gunther making his daughter cry and then laughing at his daughter's pain and calling him a bad father. So once Adam Pearce agreed to that, we will cut to Dominic Mysterio and Judgment in the back, and they kind of talked about what just happened, and Rhea will confront them about going after Gunther, and they reassure her they got everything, and she looks at Dom because Dom is the one who basically is laying the challenge out to Gunther, and he said, he said, no, I got this. And she said, you better. But she looked at concern. And Finn Balor would tell Don, yeah, I think you need to go get to her and smooth that over because she's not really happy about this. So as Dom is about to go, we get a drop-in appearance from Andrade Idolo. Now, the reason why I wanted to mention this before we move on is because, they have that little back and forth banter. And he said he needed to go find Rhea, so so he tell him good luck with whatever he's doing. But Idolo stops him and tells him that I got to go find Adam Pierce because I got to talk to him about my first opponent. And he kind of looked at Dominic like he was trying to drop the hint that he was talking about him. And Dominic was like, oh, okay, well, good luck with that. And he just walks away. So I'm like, so we're gonna get him with Andrade first before he goes to Gunther. If they try to set somebody else up for Gunther, I don't know where they're going with
I can
that.
see that.
That's a little wrinkle,
I can
right there.
see. I can see that.
But that promo did confirm that it's Dominic. For right now, that promo confirmed Dominic with Rhea, that he's going after Gunther. So, we go on after that. We get to another women's match. This will be Zoe Stark and Shayna Blazer versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Now, this match is built on the fact that Zoe and Shayna was mad that Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae got a tag team championship match against the Kabuki Warriors because Indy Hartwell was the hometown hero and that she was from Australia. So they wanted to take this opportunity to basically show that they was the best ones. And this match didn't really last too long, but you kind of see they coming off of Australia. They built it around Indy, and they had Candice LeRae start off. They went back and forth. They built up to the hot tag to Indy. Indy would come out, dominate, but she didn't realize that Shayna got the tag on Zoe. Spine buster Zoe. She getting ready to pick her up. She's hyped, but then Shayna comes out, careful the clutch. She taps immediately, which I didn't like because that don't make you look good when you tap immediately. But
hell no.
Shayna and then will get the victory. What do you guys feel about it? Shane.
You know what you know what I hate about this tag team division? They don't get enough time in the goddamn ring to tell the story, and that's pissing me off. Like, you gotta let these women cook. Nobody wasn't cheering. Nobody wasn't booing. You can hear pennies drop in this match a little bit. If you take away the noise that they put in the match, that they put in the show, it's not enough time. I can't get invested into Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks. I can't get invested in Indy Hartwell or what's up with her name? Candice LeRae. I can't get into it if there's no time. I need time. Like, I need something. This women's tag team division is all over the place. It is bad because you got a lot of talent that can make that division work. It's just, God damn it, you need time. You gotta book these women with some time, man. So I couldn't really get into the match. You know what I mean? Like, it was just there.
Chris?
Yeah. That match. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I was checking out. Sorry, I was checking out NXT. My bad. I had heard something. But anyways, so with that, I mean, I really don't have anything to say about that match. I mean, nah, I ain't got nothing to say. I'll say it was. I'll say what I will. What I will.
That tells you guys. That shows you how much this match meant to anybody. He don't have words.
But I can't. But I can say this though. It was not. I mean, I'd rather seen a promo by R-Truth than seeing this.
Oh my God.
Well, hold on. Well, we're gonna get to that. Jeff?
Yeah, I'd rather seen that.
Jeff?
I'm just gonna say this: the famous word. And that's all, folks. The match was just pointless to me. I think that you know it's just pointless. Like Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, they're a good tag team, but the other ones didn't like didn't have no business facing the Kabuki Warriors. To be honest, I think it should have been somebody else. But anyway, that that match, I think it was just there to fill some time, pretty much, and they did terrible with filling the time.
They should at least. They should at least had Caden Carter, and Katana Chance to,
Yes,
at least fight
fill
Zoe
the
Stark
time,
and
fill the
Shayna
time.
Baszler. Now that would have made more sense than I would have had
Nah,
them say.
man. These women need time. This tag team division needs time. every
But
tag team match that you've seen thus far, besides the Party Girls, when they get the Kabuki Warriors on SmackDown, it has been under 5 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think this match lasted what 8.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
8 minutes.
yeah. Like you can't build nothing with it. Nobody's gonna get behind it. Like nobody. Like what?
yeah,
Come on. They need time, man.
That's why the men's tag team division is good because they give them time. Some of the
yep.
some of
Time,
some of the
promo,
some of the
all
tag
of that.
teams.
All right. Well, I the thing I would add before we move on is that I just need them to start cooking with Indy Hartwell. She got it. Like I really want. She could really be like a star. Candice LeRae too, but you really
Shayna Baszler.
Dana
What
Blazer,
the
Story
are
Story.
we
They
doing with Shayna? Bruh, oh my god.
like I don't I would say I don't know if the tag team route for Shayna, Indy, Candice, or Zoe is the route for them to go to. But again, that's another video for another day.
Another day.
But so afterwards, speaking of R-Truth, we did get an R-Truth promo, backstage promo. You see R-Truth, and somehow in the Judgment Day clubhouse, and DIY or to
D
R-Truth,
Generation X.
they will, well, along with the Miz, would come there to basically console him because he looks down on his luck. Say he was back there just reminiscing, and they don't got to worry about Judgment Day because they left for the day. I'm like, so you just leave the doors open to your little clubhouse, but so they plot to have revenge to get revenge on Judgment Day, and I like that they play into R-Truth's thinking DIY is DX, but having Tommaso Ciampa say, "Are you ready?" And he was like,
Yeah, that was
"No,
cool.
not
Mm-hmm.
are
That's a
you?"
good one.
And then
Ready.
he's like, "Oh, for a regeneration." They was like, "No, truth is DJ." Never mind. Just like we just
Regeneration X.
That was cool.
That
so
was cool.
then
That was nice.
this goes into a bigger the actual promo, which is Drew McIntyre. He comes out to celebrate his victory at Elimination Chamber. He would he would say that he's glad that everybody like him prayed with him hard enough for him to get that victory. And then he did mention that he was indeed injured. He ruptured his eardrum, and that the doctors told him that he might miss WrestleMania. But then he said he looked at the doctor and told them, "What do you think I am, CM Punk?" And then
Classic.
I said, "Wow, he got petty.
Oh
He
man.
got petty." And then he even got more petty. He went and sat just like CM Punk. Um, God, I can't remember I knew it was another shot at CM Punk. I can't remember what he said when he sat down. I do remember he called the cameraman a pervert if you look up his kill. And then I can't remember what else he said after that. But I remember it was something else about CM Punk. And then he said, "All right, enough of the fun stuff. I need to get serious." So he invited Seth Rollins to the ring. Seth Rollins would congratulate him on his victory at Elimination Chamber and working his way up to another World Championship match. And even mentioned that he gets the chance to do something that he's been wanting to do since 2020, which is win the world title at WrestleMania in front of a live crowd instead of an empty warehouse. But that
Mm-hmm.
is someone standing in his way, then he did his usual a revolutionary, visionary self freaking Rollins. And then but Drew would then say, "You gotta stop messing with the bloodline, man. You gotta stop messing with the bloodline. You gotta start getting involved in the Cody Rhodes and the bloodline stuff. Who cares?" And he said, "I wouldn't." He said, "If he becomes world champion, it's all about being the world champion and elevating Monday Night Raw. He don't care if SmackDown was over there on fire. He would piss on them to put out the fire." I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
guy is doing it all. I'm like, but he's cooking. I
That
like
was
it. I
fire.
like it,
That
Drew.
was fire.
And he's telling him that he needs to stop because if he keeps going down this path, then he knows what's going to happen at WrestleMania. They're going to tear the house down. They're going to put on a banger of a match, and then then out of nowhere they're going to come around. They're going to screw Seth Rollins over and taint his victory, which means he's saying even if they did come out and do this, he's going to take the opportunity to take the victory. He's not going to hesitate, and that will be a tainted victory, and that he wants him to be at 100%. He wants his leg to be at 100%. Want his back to be at 100%. He don't want He want to beat him straight up, but he does it along. He needs him to back off. And Seth Rollins says, "I can't back off because some risks are worth taking," and that he's doing all this because he doesn't want them to come for the World Heavyweight Championship. He wants to take the risk of stopping the bloodline, because if you can, you could save not only the world title, but the company from the grip of the bloodline. And then he will finish the promo by telling him again, some risks are worth taking. Then that was it. What do y'all think about that promo? I'm gonna give it to Shane since he was all clapping me.
Yeah.
First of all, MVP of the night, Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah,
God
for
damn
sure.
it. That was petty. That was all the way
That was
petty.
real petty.
with the pump, that was nice. That was smooth, boy. But to get to the promo, man, Drew is cooking. He like, yo, listen, stay out of it, bro. And he got a point. The thing that threw me off was when Seth Rollins said, well, the bloodline might come after the world title. You mean the world title that Roman Reigns pooped on?
Hey, even though remember
Like,
he did that too when Brock or Bobby Lashley was champion. He
was champion. Yeah,
he
that's true.
on this title,
He
and
pooped on
then
the title.
won the title. Then
But
he won.
but man, I mean, man, the Seth Rollins saying is more than that, which I believe in, because Cody got to finish the story. Basically, that's what he's saying. We need a champion on SmackDown to defend this title against the next generation of talent, which basically that's what that promo was going to.
Right.
Because if y'all remember when Seth Rollins was calling it the Hollywood title at one point. So and then I like the response from Drew. He like, yo, look, stay away, or you know what's going to happen. The bloodline going to interfere, and I'm going to take advantage of the situation to win the title. So Drew cooking, petty Drew. I like petty Drew. He's cooking. This is the best Drew McIntyre I've done seen thus far. Yeah,
Yes.
I need more of that. I need more of that. Put that on my screen every week. And overall, man, I mean, it was some good points in there. They both made solid points, and I'm just interested to see where it goes, man, because WrestleMania is cooking, so I'm interested to see where I go.
I do like the fact that he said that he was going to it was going to take his victory, and that he was like, but he just so assured that he's going to do it regardless.
Yeah,
But he does.
yeah.
But then at the same time, you hear he doesn't want it, but he's saying he's going to take it.
Take it regardless. Yeah.
He said it with just a couple of words without even saying it. I don't want it to be taken, but I'm going to take it if it does happen. But go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So I thought this, little segment thing was pretty cool and all. I do want to get to the point where that part you mentioned about what Drew McIntyre had said when he was, throwing shots at CM Punk. He said, "Now, Punk, I know it hurt you not to be a part of the chamber. Well, excuse me, chamber. It hurt you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah." And so he said, "But I want you to know." He said, "After that match, I thought of you. I wanted to do something special for you. I know you." He said, "I know you're, I know you're straight edge. I know you don't drink. So on the way home, I drank as twice as much for both of us to celebrate. I was
That's
like,
what that's
dang.
the shot that's what he did. I just remember I knew it was another shot at CM Punk. And then he
Straight
Yeah.
switched
fire.
over to
So man, I can just imagine. I just can imagine like it was, if Drew does win, of course, at Mania. I mean, I mean, has he fully re-signed with the WWE yet?
No, no.
it's rumors that he has resigned.
Okay. So if he does resign and they keep him going in this route that he's going in, this is one of the best Drews I ever seen before. Like one of the best. When he was face, I didn't really like him. Then he kind of went heel at one point, and then through COVID and all, he was fighting for the title. It was nobody in the arena. I was like, damn, I was like, this man is getting boring. I was like, is it no crowd in here? The reason why? Or is it
Pretty
what?
much.
Yeah,
The
but
match
now,
that match was good. It just the crowd wasn't there.
Crowd
yeah,
wasn't there.
And I felt so bad for Drew because this was a good match. He just needed the crowd.
yeah. But now, this man is definitely finna do something serious. Like he's definitely doing something serious. But kudos to him though.
All right. Jeff?
All right. I would say the promo was good. This Teddy Drew, I'm liking Drew. Like, I'm not gonna say his gimmick before was was trash, but I'm not gonna say it was like it is now. Um, I'm gonna say, you know, like Shane always say, he's headlined WrestleMania before CM Punk, and
shout out, shout out to Hector. Shout out to Hector.
uh-huh.
he
Yeah.
he made
Oh
it. He
yeah, it
made his
was
bit before Punk. Shout out to Hector. Go ahead,
that was
Doc.
hectic. But anyway, um, and Seth Rollins always is somebody's business, regardless. Um, you know, he Roman Reigns, I don't know. Seth Rollins, I think like Drew McIntyre said, he need to stay out their business. What he got to do with the Universal title? Like what he got to do with I'm gonna say with Cody and Roman, the whole bloodline in general. Like uh, I don't know. I just say it was great. Um, I think eh, when Drew McIntyre wins at WrestleMania, he's gonna sign a big contract, and then he's gonna be a great champion.
All right.
I hate that it took
Um
him three tries, but hey, but hey, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it this year.
Yeah. The third time is a charm. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. All right. So now we get into the controversy of the women's, or should I say, the Rhea and Becky title picture. Uh,
Oh God.
we get into the
Oh
controversy,
God.
cause some more controversy to go to it. The
Mm-hmm.
match, which is Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. This is what the second to last match of the night. Uh,
Right.
this was a good match starting out, but the way how they ended it, because I understand the story they were telling me. So pretty much, Nia Jax, they made Liv look good here because she didn't look like a squash opponent for Nia. She actually looked like she belonged in the ring and could possibly beat Nia because Nia didn't dominate the whole match. It was kind of 50-50. They gave Liv her spots. They gave Nia her spots. And they were fighting on the outside of the ring. Nia just I think had did like a stand-in Samoan drop into the ring post, and boom comes Becky Lynch. She will hit Nia after what Nia did to her earlier in the night, caused Nia to get the victory via DQ. And then she will beat up on Nia to send her back to the back, while Liv is sitting there looking mad. And then afterwards, Becky Lynch will find Adam Pearce and demand a match with Nia Jax, saying that she can't focus on Rhea and WrestleMania until she deal with Nia Jax. And Adam Pearce will grant her that request for next week. Liv will come out of nowhere, and as she was getting ready to like hype herself up about that and tell her that she was in the middle of something, but it doesn't matter to you, huh? Not everything's about you, Becky, and walk away. Now, the reason why I say it was controversy because they kind of already been hearing flack about Becky winning the Elimination Chamber. They got you got the Liv Morgan fans or the Liv Morgan crybabies. Thank you, Rob, for the crybaby stuff. But yeah, we got Liv Morgan fans who want Liv to win, and we got the majority of people who didn't like that Becky won. Even though, and I also hear that Becky, they didn't like that fact that everybody else looked good, like they could have won over Becky, and Becky didn't look the greatest in that match. But regardless, that's how that match in the promo afterwards went. So, what do y'all think about that, Chris?
Yeah, that right there was.
There,
I'm still here. There, that match there. Like I feel that Liv is, she's getting upset. She's crying and so on and so forth. She's mad at Becky Lynch. That Becky Lynch interfered in the match and ended up costing her. So with that being said, either WWE's probably going to do one or two things with Liv. Like Liv is probably going to have some kind of like Drew McIntyre like character, but without being on the mic. Maybe I'm not 100% sure of what way they're going to go with Liv. I don't know if they're even going to turn her heel or whatnot, but overall the match it was okay, but we knew that Becky was going to come out, so it was all right.
yeah, I will say it's gonna happen next week. Liv is gonna interfere next week, and she's gonna somehow get factored into this feud with Rhea. But go ahead, Shane.
Oh boy. Now I would say for the match, uh, yeah, they did book it like it was 50-50. Liv Morgan did looked at probably her best to date. Um, Now Becky interfering, Liv Morgan looking mad, and the whole segment in the back. Um, I would like to say for all you Liv Morgan crybabies out there, stop trying to compare this shit to The Rock and Cody, because it's not that. But anyway, um, I just had to get that out there because I seen on the internet they was comparing the
Oh
two.
yeah.
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
Period.
I've seen that too.
it was definitely
Stop.
everywhere.
Stop. It's not that, goddamn it. Cody won the Rumble.
It's
But
not.
anyway, um, if we are gonna put Liv Morgan into this feud or into the championship hunt, I believe that they should do her booking like Kofi Kingston or like Bryan Danielson at one point. They need to put some type of obstacles in her way to where the
Yes.
fans can get behind her.
Mm.
Now, her toughest tags to me would be Nia Jax at WrestleMania. And if she wins, then she will get into the match at night two, or they can do it at Backlash. Either way, you got a story to tell with Liv Morgan if it's booked right. Don't just throw her. I'm just saying if it's going to be true. Don't just throw her in the match just because fans are complaining about it. Like
Yeah,
at least make it. You gotta make Liv Morgan believable. You know what I mean? Because she's not really believable right now. So you gotta
right.
make her believable. So I think if you was to do that, and whatever the case may be, then the story can actually blend in with Becky and Rhea.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely does make sense there.
I think the match was okay. I think they need to build her up some more, and I think Becky, uh, I don't know. Becky just she's the type of person that I think that always wants the spotlight,
Yeah.
and
Oh no, you don't.
So you might be one of them people who agree they booking her, they booking Becky like she John Cena or what? Did they say back in I want to say '07, '08, around that time, the book when he was beating Triple H and Batista and all these other people.
That's why
Ooh.
they.
yeah,
That's what.
You think they overbooking her?
Yeah, that's why they call her.
yeah,
That's why she said she's the man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. Um,
You
but
about to have the Becky
um,
Lynch fans out here snapping.
man,
Boy.
hey, shit. I'm talking my shit. I don't care.
Hey, as you should.
Hey, that's what this podcast is for. But anyway, I just think Liv Morgan, what are they gonna do with her? Is she gonna be a heel or is she gonna be a face? Like
Nah, keep
they need to,
keep her as a
they
face.
They gonna keep. They
like
probably gonna keep her as a face if I do something like Sang said.
But she can have that, like I said, if that's the case, she can have that underdog storyline. Put her
and
in
it,
some weird type of matches, like they did with Brian Danielson and Kofi, and
but
she can get in it. Her toughest task will be Nia Jax. That will be the
do y'all
roadblock.
Hmm.
but do y'all think they need to change her gimmick
No,
No,
or
really,
tweak it a little bit?
no. She just
no,
need. They just need to give her a believable finisher.
yeah,
And they
no,
need to
hell
give
yeah.
her. They need to give her a
Yeah,
believable finisher or
yeah,
a submission hold. But other than that, that's about it.
yeah.
They need
She,
to make
yeah,
they need to make her believable, and that's the
yeah,
problem. They need to make her believable, and I think if you go with this route, it will work.
All
yeah.
right. So now we finally here, guys. We got the end of the road. We got a Grayson Waller backstage promo where he basically just talked about why he challenged Cody Rhodes, saying they disrespected his show, and then they attacked Austin Theory. And this is the reason why I wanted to mention this, and I wrote this down
What
because
the?
he said that he did everything he could to try to help his friend, and but
I see that.
he couldn't do anything. And you saw Austin Theory's face; he was just like, "No, no, no, you didn't. You didn't do anything. You just hid behind some flowers." Uh, yeah. So it looked like they trying to cook something up with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory there. But he said he's going to teach Cody Rhodes a lesson, and then before we get to the main event, we got Jay Uso making an appearance and having a promo. And Jay Uso basically came out and said how he keep having these down. He keep having these downs where he can't get nothing done and can't get nothing finished because either his past enemies or his own family keep getting in his way. But he's gonna get there. He's gonna finally do something. He's gonna get there. But then he will get interrupted by Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre came up to him and said, I know where you at, I know how you feel. So from the bottom of my heart, cue up the petty meter. You deserve everything
You deserve everything that yes.
that man's pay this day wasn't done that day. So you know, my boy Jay was just like he took off his little sunglasses and was like, "Wow!" They just started fighting. So I'm guessing that's going to be a match for later for next week. They got into a brawl. They had to be separated, and then we finally, after all that, They announced some matches for next week, and then we get to the main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Grayson Waller, and it was the weirdest way how they did this because the match was fine. The match was a main event match. We had Grayson Waller doing some impressive stuff. Austin Theory got involved. Cody Rhodes ended up taking Austin Theory out because of his involvement. Then he'll hit Grayson Waller with a Cody Cutter and then the crossroads to get the pinfall victory. But if you notice, there's a big chunk of time left. They playing his music. They acting like it's about to go off. Why is there a big chunk of time left? My name is Paul Heyman. So I'm like, that's why they did it like this. Paul Heyman comes out and basically tells Cody that he's here to persuade him to withdraw his challenge to The Rock, and that he understands that he doesn't like getting Will Smith. I'm like, Paul Heyman, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because you know how to get under somebody's skin.
His promos.
He basically tells him that I understand why you're doing it because you don't want to get Will Smith, but I need you to withdraw and keep Rock's name out of your mouth. I'm like, he really went there and he really went that whole Will Smith incident. I'm like, you are great. You are great, Paul.
That was crazy, man.
And I'm like, so he goes on and tells him, that the guard, Cody Rhodes thinks it's a setup, but he said no bloodline member but him is here, and that the people that's with him are NYPD police officers that, well, they suspended police officers.
Suspended police officers. I was like,
police officers. I'm like, what is this man
You
cooking
said that's
on?
another story for another time.
Right, that's another story.
That's a story for another time.
But then he would tell them that if he doesn't withdraw, it will be or else. And he said, he's like, or else what? And they get up. He tells them that, the reason why I haven't put Brock on this mic or I haven't called him out, I haven't done anything. I'm done playing nice. I'm done doing this. He said, I want The Rock, and if this is a setup for the bloodline, here I am. Come get me. And when Paul Heyman's like, calm down. They get up on the ring, and he tells them, look, anybody else step towards me, I'm going to drop them. You make one more step in this ring, I'm dropping. And Paul Heyman is like, he's trying to reassure him, like, oh, I understand you talking about them, but that's don't refer to me. And he's like, wrong. And then he just started beating up the security guard. Paul Heyman goes running off. He's beating him up. He's hitting crossroads. And he threw the chair at the one guy's face. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then, he hitting crossroads and whatnot. He said he stands tall, and then you see I like how Paul Heyman pulls out one phone, call Roman Reigns. I'm like, why did you have two phones? Call The Rock. And then, if you notice, both of them got either one had Bloodline on it and the other one had The Rock's Rumble Bull logo on it. And then he was like, yeah, call him because, and this was the greatest line from Cody Rhodes, and tell the Bloodline, they not hunting me. I'm hunting them. So that's how they end the show, guys. They end the show with them basically staring at each other, and you can hear Paul. If you listen, you can hear him actually on the phone talking to him. So what do you guys think? Real quick, I'm gonna pass it over to Chris since Chris keep walking off camera trying to watch NXT.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to catch.
Sorry about that.
He's trying to catch Nikki Lyons doing the split. So.
Oh no. That was
He trying to catch this signing. He trying to catch that signing for the NXT title.
Yeah, the Dawn done came out. But anyways, like I said, that was that was a pretty good, segment, where Paul Heyman, start throwing shots at Cody Rhodes, talking about getting Will Smith and all that. I was like, dang. But it was overall pretty cool, and it was like Cody Rhodes, has definitely stopped being nice and everything like that. So we'll see where this is gonna, take him leading up to the road to WrestleMania next month. Well,
What do you
the
think about the
month
match with
after
Grayson?
in March.
What do you think about the match with Grayson Waller?
Oh, it was a it was a solid match. At least Grayson Waller got in the ring, with Cody Rhodes at least, versus being in the ring with just nobodies.
True. Shane?
Grayson Waller getting the main event on Raw. That's a big deal to me. I don't know if anybody kind of peeped that.
I peeped it for sure. It just because you know what they were trying to get to, so it's like I wish
Yeah.
they would have gave it more time, but they really wanted
The match was cooking. I just wish they would have had a little bit more time before we got to this. Before we got to the Paul Heyman's the segment with Paul Heyman, suspended NYPD. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Um, uh, Cody looking aggressive. Yes, that needs to happen. Cody needs to do it. Cody needs to. I need Indy Hill Cody. I need that kind of. I need that kind of demon to come out at this time. You still stay babyface, but I need that aggressive, heelish ways to kind of come out. Because we need that. The segment was cool. Cody looked it strong as he should going into WrestleMania. And Paul Heyman with the two phones. That was just the hilarious thing of the night.
That's funny.
First of all, why does why does Roman Reigns has the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but The Rock got the regular iPhone 15? That's some bullshit.
I
That's cool.
didn't even peep that it was two
Yes,
different
yes, yes.
Somebody put it out online. I was crying.
I seen that. I
Um,
seen that.
but the whole Paul Heyman sticking to the whole Will Smith slap that was hilarious. Overall, yeah. Going this segment, Cody Rhodes looked strong. The match, I just wish they had more time because he was cooking. Grayson Waller was looking like a main eventer. Um, I hope one day down the future they get a rematch. I would like to see that down the line. But overall, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty solid show for overall for the show.
Jeff?
Let's see. I think the promo with Paul Heyman was great. Like, you know, that's expected from Paul Heyman.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Paul Heyman always, bring out bring out that fire when it comes to the promos and stuff. Especially now that he's with Roman Reigns. Like, um, I would say him talking to Cody um about everything. That was Yeah, that was good. Cody, on the other hand, him and Grayson Waller's match, like Shane said, it needed more time. Um, Grayson Waller, Grayson Waller didn't do too bad in the match. Um,
Yeah, give him like 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
yeah, at least 10 more minutes. But other than that, all in all, the show as a whole was good.
Speaking of which, with that being said, everybody, what's your verdicts? Chris, would you give the show?
If I had to give a show rating, I can at least give it a 8.7.
Shane?
I give it a 7.7. You got some cool promos out the deal. We kind of getting a direction going towards WrestleMania. Um, I would like to see Chelsea Green as more of an aggressive side. And R-Truth is funny as hell. Shout out to R-Truth. But overall, yeah, I'll give it a 7.7. It was solid.
Jeff, what's your overall rating?
I would say 8.5.
Mm.
Yeah, I give it 8.5.
Me, my initial when I did my review for my channel, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Going back over it, I might raise that to a 7.5. It just didn't feel like an 8 or a 9 or 10 to me, but it was there. Like I might give it 5 extra little points to give it a 7.5, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with it. A 7.5. But yeah, that's it, guys. So Chris, take us on out.
All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys' time for joining here with Wrestling Pit Podcast here on YouTube.com. Till next time, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Support us, you guys. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Peace out.
Yes.
Wrestling Pit, baby.
Wrestling
Wrestling
Pit.
Pit, baby.
Wrestling Pit. See y'all later.